Thank you very much, Guillem, for your time and to have this. Is a pleasure for us to have you here, the first time and the first video of our program. To start, I would like to ask you first, please introduce yourself. Who is Guillem Figuerola?
Well, first of all, thank you for the invitation. I'm so happy to be here and I will try to help you as much as possible. I'm Guillem Figuerola. I'm 26 years old and I'm a professional paddle player and I'm also a coach.
Can you tell us why paddle first, and how did you start it in this sport?
Well, I was a tennis player before. I played tennis, not professional, but I was playing tennis and my mom, when they built the first courts in our club, was the first one to try this sport. And one day that they organized a tournament, I joined the tournament. I tried paddle for the first time. I didn't do it bad, honestly, and yes, that helped. But I discovered this funny sport, and after that tournament I tried to do at least 1 hour weekly to train a bit and knowing more the sport.
When you started, do you have a reference? Do you have a role model to follow in paddle, or just you started and until now?
Well, at the beginning I started watching the professional players. In that time was Padel Pro Tour, not World Padel Tour, so was 10 years ago. And of course, my reference was Fernando Velasteguin, the best one in that time, and almost last year also, yes, the boss. And was him. Like, I had a really good... I spent a lot of time watching his matches and I enjoyed a lot watching them and him playing.
Do you have a kind of ritual or something like that when you are going to start a match?
Well, I have a bit of things, yes. Just for example, I have to shower before every match. I don't know why.
Okay.
But I have to take a shower. I have to sit on the left side of the bench. So if my partner doesn't care, I told him, please let me that side.
Okay.
Leave me that side. And just I have to bounce twice before I will serve. 2 times the ball.
Always.
And maybe some more things, but that are the most important ones, maybe.
There are already a lot. No. What would you say that is the most and the least about being a professional paddle player?
Well, the thing I like the most to being a professional paddle player is like you can meet a lot of people, not just players. We can travel a lot and we can discover really nice places over the world. But at the same time, that is a bit hard also because there are a lot of effort in that. We have to invest a lot of flights, and sometimes it's a bit of exhausting. But we enjoy a lot and it's worth it.
So what can you tell me about your experience here in Germany?
Well, I came the first time to play a tournament in Germany last year, October or November, I think. And the first experience was great. The organization of the tournament was really good. And I knew a lot of players before. I had some contact before because my coach, Juan Alday, was the national coach. And then a lot of German players, the best ones, came to Barcelona to train with us. So I had a bit of contact before. And luckily I could win that tournament. And was a great experience, and that's why I'm trying to come sometimes to play some tournaments here, because honestly the organization is good, and the tournaments are really nice.
What's your view here in Germany? Are you considering to come more here to Germany? Do you have contact to paddle clubs? Because right now, as we commented, there are little by little more paddle clubs. So what's your relation here with Germany?
Well, when I said last year was 2023, not now, like 4 months ago. But this last year, I started working, well, I'm wearing the hoodie now, with Padel City, a big company in Germany that they are trying to help Padel to grow there. They are building a lot of clubs. And I'm trying to come more often, but it's difficult with our calendar. to give some lessons there and help people here in Germany to learn about our sport. And when I will have time, I will try to come as much as possible. And also because some tournaments, I can handle it well to come and stay more days and try to help people to learn more.
At the end, how a career like yours is founded, no? Because you need, as we were talking at the beginning, you have to finance a lot of things. So you have hotels, you have flights, the tournament. I don't know if you have to pay to access to that tournament. How it is? Can you tell us more?
Well, how works the professional player life, right? Well, being a professional player is not easy, of course, because all the people who is playing a sport, their dream will be like being professional, and it's not easy. But of course, you have to invest a lot. You have to train a lot. You have to travel a lot. And yes, maybe some tournaments, they are helping with the accommodation, with the inscription, but most of the time we have to pay for everything. If I'm going, for example, to Germany, I have to pay for a license first to be allowed to play the tournaments there. Then I have to pay the inscription of the tournament. And then, of course, the flight or the train or the bus or the car, the way to go there, the accommodation there.
Okay.
And well, when you spend time there, also the food and everything, like.
But this is really interesting what you were commenting. So you have to pay a license to play in a country or a tournament?
Well, the tour, for example, just for a tournament with inscription will be enough. But for example, if I want to play a tournament here in Spain or the tour in Spain, I need a Spanish license. So if I want to play the German tour, I have to register myself to the.
Okay.
Like I need a German license
Okay.
to be able to compete.
And now enter to the last part of this interview. I would like to talk about the tips that you can give as a professional player to the players that are more amateurs, no? And they are starting here in Germany. And what you can say, you are starting. I can tell you from my experience that I can give you this advice and this advice. What do you think?
Well, in Germany, concretely, most of the players that they are playing Padel now are ex-tennis players. So first of all, they have to learn that Padel is a different sport.
It's a different sport, totally.
Yes, like it's similar in a lot of aspects, but at the end it's a different sport. So they have to watch matches, but they don't have to try to play like the professional players because it's so difficult. And first they have to learn, they have to, as an amateur, have fun and enjoy the sport. That's for me the most important thing. I like what I'm doing, but because I'm having fun when I'm playing.
Exactly.
If I won't have fun, I think then will be the moment to quit.
So you say that.
But as an amateur, learn, have fun, and take profit that Padel is really social to meet a lot of people and just that.
For the beginners, which kind of racket would you recommend? Not talking about brands, but talking about the styles, no? We have more control.
Yes.
We have more for power or hybrid. So which kind of racket would you say that you would recommend for the beginners at the end?
Well, they don't need the best racket in the market, of course. First, start with a racket not too heavy, because most of the injuries that we have in Padel is because the racket is too heavy or your elbow is suffering a lot. So I think we'll be fine with an hybrid racket or more control at the beginning. And then when you will have more level or more experience, you will know more what kind of racket is adjusting better at your kind of game.
So thank you very much for to come here to Padel Profi Deutschland TV in YouTube. Thank you very much.
Thank you for contacting me. It was a pleasure to be here. It was really nice, and just let me know when you will need something. Thanks.